Hello everyone. On this exercise you are going to be doing the cap screws measurements worksheet. What you'll need for this is your worksheet right here that lists all the cap screws. We should have metric ones, we should have standard, and we should have a couple of nuts. So in this box right here, what you should have is you should have a thread or a sizing tool that shows sizes in metric, sizes in standard, length in standard, and length in metric in millimeters. And you should also have a metric, which will be listed metric, and a standard, which doesn't have anything on it, thread pitch gauges, okay? When looking at the thread pitch gauges here on this unit here, when looking at this, excuse me here, okay, you'll have on the standard here, you'll have thread pitches that'll be numbers, okay? So like 11, 11 and a half, 16, and that is how many threads per inch. On the metric is going to be a little different. It's going to be it's going to be like 1.75, 1.5. So if you're looking real closely here at the numbers on there, 1.5, 1.25, and so forth. And there's on both sides here. So so the first thing you want to do is you need to determine whether or not you're dealing with a metric or a standard fastener or bolt, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this one here, and I'm going to determine that it has 3 dash marks. That means it's a standard, it's a grade 5. 3 plus 2 equals grade 5. So I'm going to go on to here, and I'll go on here and go under the standard, US standard diameter. Well, we don't know that yet, so we're going to use this gauge right here, and we're going to look at, on this side here, we've got the standard, and this side here we've got the metric. So we're going to go with the standard, and I want to find out which one this fits in. That one's too loose. Which one this fits in that's just right. So this is going to be a 7/16 bolt. So what I would do is I would write diameter is 7/16. So the thread pitch, well, this is a standard bolt. So the thread pitch is going to be, we're going to use the standard thread pitch gauge. And let me go in here, and a 16 doesn't quite fit. Let's see if a 14 fits. 14, if you look here, the 14 fits exactly perfect in the threads, okay? So this is a standard bolt, and it's got a 14 pitch to it. All right, so I can go thread pitch 14. All right, the length of this bolt, I'm going to start on this end right here, and I've got my ruler right here. If I look here, I've got 1 inch, and this is going to be the 1/4 inch mark right here. So it's going to be 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches, okay? Now wrench size, what they're asking for on wrench size is, I'm going to go to the standard wrenches. So if I look here, I've got one set here. These are all metric. So this is 6 through 19 of metric, okay? So I'm going to go to the standard wrenches right here, and I'm going to find out, I'm going to open this up, and you're going to use your wrenches if you have them. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find out which one here fits. And I got lucky right off the bat. So this one here, if I look real closely, is a 5/8 wrench, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on here 5/8 wrench. Now, you should have in this kit, there should be 4 standard bolts, 4 metric bolts, and then 2 nuts. So if you look at these 2 nuts that are in here, one will be if I look at my other bolts, if you look at this one here, I can tell that this is a metric bolt, and it is a 8.8. This would be an 8.8 on the grade 8.8. So on these nuts now, they're a little different because, you know, for your standard, you're going to have dash marks, and on your metric, you're going to have writing. So if it has dash marks, and I'm looking at this one here, and this one here has a dash mark here, and a dash mark here, and a dash mark here. So that would be a standard bolt. You pitch them out the same exact way. So you would grab the thread pitch gauge, and you would fit it inside of here, and it should fit perfectly inside the threads. So go ahead and do the worksheet, and yeah, that's everything you need to know on this. Thank you.